My studio is a little bit fresh and I've got cold hands. So we'll start off by rubbing hands together, I think. Get some warmth and get some friction going between your palms. And then taking your hands down to your sides, giving both hands a shake. Get some blood flowing in the body. So this evening's class is all about fearlessness, letting go of fears and moving. We're going to do a lovely stretch for the psoas muscle that I've just been reading about in my book, just brushing up on a bit of yogi knowledge. So we're going to stretch out the psoas muscle, which is the big muscle that connects the legs to the body. We're going to do a lovely pose called Anjani Asana. And then we're going to do the earth sequence. And then we're going to end with our Natarajasana, what we did last week, because I just love it. So just feel that awareness traveling into your wrists, into your forearms, your elbows, biceps, and shoulders. Give your knees a bend. And let any tension from the day just be released. Taking the hands over to the right side, and we're going to go around, make a few circles. And bend your knees as you come through the midline. What we'll do is we'll get moving first of all, then we'll bring the breath into it. Lovely, just getting the body moving, shaking away any tension. And we're going to pause with the arms up overhead, breathe in, reach up. Make a great big stretch up through the sternum. And then allow your arms to come down slowly, create that circle around. I'm going to go back in the opposite direction. Again, bending the knees as you come through the midline. Loosening up. And then pausing once more, arms up above your head. Breathe in, reach up. Let your shoulders relax. Taking another breath in. And as you breathe out, let your arms come down and the side of the body. Step your feet closer together. Take your weight over onto your left foot, lift your right foot, circle your toes. Using your core muscles to support you. Change the direction as well. Giving your foot a shake out. Loosen up the toes, the ball of the foot, arch, the heel. And then inviting that shaking movement to come up into the calf muscle, into the quad, knee. Place your foot back down. Take your weight into your right leg. Pop your core muscles on. Lift your left foot. Circle your toes. Changing your direction when you feel ready. And then give your foot a shake out. Your calf muscle. Into the quad. And then placing your foot back down. And give your whole body a shake out. Right, so you're loosening up physical body. Your arms over to the right hand side. So we're going to bring breath into it now. So breathe in, sweep across, lift up, sink down, sweeping across. Sorry, I'll get it right this time. Breathe in as you lift up, breathe out, sweep across, breathe in as you reach, breathe out, pause as you sweep across, breathe in, Breathe out, sinking down, sweeping across. Just bringing that lovely breath into it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sweep. Lift up. Breathe in as you reach up. Breathe out as you come down. Just one more. Towards the center. Taking your right shoulder back and then your left. Your hips be included in the movement. Releasing tension from the shoulders. Stretching out the pecs. Easing anything that's feeling a bit stuck in the spine. Allowing the hips to be included as well. And feeling that lovely flow movement all the way down into the soles of your feet. Like a happy wandering. Start to let your elbows lift up into the movement. Some space into the ribs. And then sweeping the arms through and underneath. Buoyant movement, really feeling as though you're letting go of the day. Any tension, any tiredness. It's boosting the adrenals. Giving Charlotte a wave at the same time. Hello, darling. And then from here, we're actually going to go back to the shoulders. Sorry, back to the elbows. Let me get my body parts right. And then from the elbows, we're going to go back into the shoulders. And then take a moment to notice the difference, how much more space you've got in your shoulders, how much more fluid the spine is. And we're going to do something a little bit different this evening. We're going to go back into the elbows. Lifting again. We're going to repeat the movement. Notice how much more space you've got. You might even want to close your eyes and just let the body flow. Let your body's wisdom take over. Bodies know these movements so well. That's the beauty of our Drew practice. You've got that muscle memory. Sweeping the arms through and underneath. And then just coming back into the elbows again, but with that softness. And then into the shoulders. And then placing your hands onto your hips, allowing it to become bigger of 8 through the hips. You might want to separate the feet a bit further apart and feel the pressure, the body's weight roll along the soles of the feet. It really helps you to ground down, to anchor. To the earth, feeling really connected and in your body. So if you want direction, change your direction. And then just to let the arms start to swing around the body, just turning from the base of the spine really, but the weight of the arms, that momentum, allows the spine to be drawn around. So it's almost effortless. Start to let the arms lift up. The arms come to elbow level. And then to shoulders. And then into the space above. And that lovely freedom. I hope you've got warm air up here. And then letting those arms come back down. Let your heels lift from the mat. And you can even let your head turn, really twist into it. Twists are just so fantastic. They benefit your digestive organs, your spine. And again, help us to just let go of stuff. And as I say often, we don't even realise it's there, but we know when it's gone. Going to bend the knees, sink down that midline, stretching out those quads. And then just let the body come back to standing. Everyone's lead and have a little drink. You're going to come into Tadasana Mountain Pose. So bring your feet to hip distance. And close one eye and just hover your fist between the arches. And that gives you that direct connection down to the ground with your feet directly underneath your hips. And allow the body's weight to distribute evenly through your body. And drawing that earth energy, that awareness into the soles of your feet. Feel as though there's a magic, a sparkliness about it, a real beautiful quality of that connection to the ground. Feel it rise into your ankles and your knees, into your hips and pelvis. Almost like you're turning the volume up on that connection to the ground. Allow your awareness to rise up into your chest. Take a few breaths. Let your shoulders glide up towards your ears and take your shoulders back. Feel the crown of your head rising up. And just for a moment, just allow yourself to be here. Be here now, in this space, in this time. Be present. And make the little warm the spine up. So let the hands just be in front of the body. We're softly going to lift the arms up, let the sternum lift. And just flow forwards, come down into your forward bend. Come down as far as what feels good for you. Bend your knees, breathe in and rise back up. Gently stacking one vertebra at a time. And we're going to move in this way a few times, maybe 5 or 6. I'm going to invite you to just move at your own pace. Really feeling as though the spines are unfurling like a fern. Drawing the hands up through the midline of the body, reaching up and flowing down. Breathe now. Beautiful sternum lifts. Breathe out, flowing down. Now come down one more time and just pause in your forward bend. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax down here. And then bend your knees, let your belly, abdomen rest onto your knees. And then just take the hands behind at the ankles. And as you rise up, slide the hands up the back line of the legs. And we're just going to stretch the front of the body by bending the knees, easing the hips forward. And just taking a micro bend backwards. Lovely. Breathe in, rise up, flow forwards and down. And we're going to repeat this one a couple of times now too. Rising up, slowly. Breathing out, flow down. Hands behind at the ankles. Slide the hands in under the ribs. Chin towards your chest. Ease your hips forwards. So flow down. One more time, rising up with the arms in front. And coming back down into your forward bend. Again, let your head, neck and shoulders relax down here. And we're just going to walk the feet out, so the feet are a bit more like shoulder distance. A bit more than shoulder distance maybe, with your toes turned outwards. And then bend your knees a little bit. Cross the arms over in front, breathe in, rise up. We're going to create a big, big circle in front of the body. So as you sink down through your knees, cross the arms over. Use that breath to help you lift up. Breathe out, flow down. Feel that beautiful movement through your spine. And a large, expansive circle in front of your body. Arms over, keeping that softness, kindness for your body, never forcing it, never pushing it. Just that quality of gentleness and ease. You're going to start to make the circle slightly smaller. So as you come down, walk your feet in a tiny bit. And then as you sink down, just let the hands come down to knee level. Sink down so you don't bend quite so far forward, just at knee level. Still synchronizing your breath. Walk your feet in a little bit more. We're just going to bring the hands down to hip level. We'll walk them in a tiny bit more, just into hip distance apart. And at this point, let your eyes close. And tune into that realm of feeling. How do your arms feel in that space? Do they feel heavy or light or tingly? Tune into your breath, that gentle inhalation, that breath of life filling your lungs. That softness as you exhale. Notice the subtle movement within your spine. A gentle wave rising up from base. And in your mind's eye, in your third eye, visualize a light in the center of your chest. A soft light, can be any color, any shade. And as you move in this way, feel as though that light is emanating outwards, surrounding you with a luminous glow, softness, nourishment for your body, mind, your soul, your spirit. And then as your arms arrive back down by your sides now, just pause for a moment and allow yourself to rest into that sanctuary of peacefulness. Notice your breath and how much more space you have within your chest. Quality of calmness, filling your body, soothing your cells. I'm going to invite you to come down onto one knee. So if you have your left leg forward and your right knee and shin on the mat, if you want a cushion or something, a blanket for your knee, please get one. And as I've just wobbled over, that reminds me of my top tips for balancing. So when you're in a shape like this, if you feel wobbly or a bit lopsided, pop your core muscles on, so lift up from your base. Have your pelvis neutral, so your pelvis is upright. And what you can do is imagine that both thighs are here and you're squeezing the thighs together, and that really helps you to stay steady in that shape. Now we've got some stability there. We're going to stretch the psoas muscle. So first of all, we'll just give it a very, very gentle stretch. So place your hand just behind your knee. Lengthen your spine. Imagine you've got a thread drawing you up. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, just let your hips and pelvis ease forward. Still keep your pelvis upright and just allow yourself to sink into that stretch. Try not to force it in any way. And once you arrive there, let your breath be very steady and long. And you might find as you exhale, you can sink deeper into it. If you do find that you're experiencing pain, go back to where you felt okay and stay there for a bit longer. A few moments to release this muscle. And it's said that the psoas muscle, it can get very, very tight as we walk around, as we sit, as we stand. And it's a place where we can store our fears. So today's class is all about being fearless. So we're going to move into a stretch now. So just let your body lengthen forward and let your ribs and your abdomen just rest onto your thighs. You reach forward. And then bring your palms in towards you. Pop your core muscles on and draw hands in towards the chest and press down into that front foot. And then we're just going to keep moving in that way. We're going to flow with it. Breathing in strength and stability. Breathing out anything that we can't control. There's things that make us fearful, the unknown, the next step. Just ease in the body, effortless again. We'll just move in with it, that lovely ripple. And you can let your head and neck be included as well. So as you flow down towards your thigh, you can let your head look down towards the mat. And we're just going to do one more. Draw back. And take your hips back. Let your hands come down. Either side of your knee, your ankle, your foot. Lift up your toes, lengthen your spine, and just let your chin hover over your shin or your knee. So we're in that half splits. Stretching those hamstrings out. And then slide your heel in, come onto your knees, have your two hands out in front, and then we're just going to move with that Madhyasana cat pose. Again, get some earth-based movements, so moving from the base of the spine, arching the back, chin comes in towards the chest, and as you breathe in, looking forwards. Got that beautiful flow from the base. With an awareness through the spine. This helps to ground us and earthers, helping us to feel very secure. Just one more. Come back to neutral. And then we're going to go down into child pose just for a few moments. So you can start with your arms stretched out in front, let your forehead come down. Breathing through the shoulders, the arms, the top of the back. And then bring your hands back by your ankles, so your palms face uppermost, and tuck your head in. And in this beautiful resting pose, let your awareness come down towards your sacrum. And then slowly lifting back up. Come back onto your high kneeling. And then this time, I think it's, your right leg coming out in front, left knee down. So we're going to repeat that same little sequence on the other side. So get your hips and pelvis upright. Imagine both thighs out in front, squeezing them together. Glutes on, pelvis neutral and pelvic floor lifted. Place your hand behind your knee and then ease your hips down. Again, let your breath guide you in the movement. So your exhalation might allow you to sink a bit deeper, remember not to force it, and check that your knees over your ankle as well. For a bit of a stretch there, we're going to move into that flowing movement, that lovely ebb and flow. So let your body extend forward, let your thigh press against the abdomen, reach forward with your arms, and then breathe in, draw in. And then you've got that lovely flow. Works the spine, digestive organs. Easing into it, flowing. Breathing in, breathing out. Just one more. As you draw in, take your hips back, let your fingertips come down. Lift your toes on the mat, so the toes drawing towards you. Lengthen your spine. Careful not to lock your knee joint, and just let your chin just hover either above the knee or the shin. So you feel a stretch in the hamstring in the back of the leg. Slide your leg back in, bring both knees together, place your palms down onto the mat, and then we go back into cat again. A gorgeous flow moving down through your spine, and it benefits all those digestive organs, reproductive organs. You can visualize that warm, soft light moving through your spine, through the body. And then this time, take both feet back, let your body come down onto your belly and come down to resting crocodile pose. So heels are in, toes are pointed out, one arm on top of the other, forehead onto the backs of your arms. Just let the body feel connection to the ground, breathing in and feeling the abdomen rise. When we pause in this way, what happens is something called the deep yogic breath. A few moments to be here. Scanning through the body, scanning up on the feet, insides of the legs, the hips, the pelvis. All that pressure gently taken from the spine as those energy centers get a chance to rebalance, reharmonize. When you feel ready, bringing the toes back together, two big toes come back together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and lift yourself back into that pose of a child with your hands by your ankles. And feel that you can rise up whenever you want to. Just taking your time as you come back into your seated position. Just wanted to read something from my book, this book last week, Myths of the Asanas. And it's a really interesting book. It tells you about different stories behind the traditions of the different poses that we practice. And it's got lots of little cool things in it. And but I'll just read this to you. So because of its relation to the fight or flight response, which typically engages when we are fearful, the psoas is where we generally hide fear. The process of opening the psoas and encouraging its release through these yoga poses gives us the opportunity to physically shed our fears and move into a state of fearlessness. So I thought that was it's interesting, isn't it, how a muscle can hold fear. So I'm gonna demonstrate our pose, which is called Anjani Asana. And we do it quite a lot when we do our sun salutation. So I'll just show it to you. So we've prepped it already. There we are. Simple as that. So come up onto, I think we'll start from high kneeling because I think that's a bit easier for you. I'll do it facing you so I can see you properly. So you want to have your core muscles engaged to begin with. That would be high kneeling position. Let your palms come together in front of your heart. And we'll do it on the right side to begin with. So just bring your right foot forward. And you want to just double check that your knees over your ankle, hips and pelvis upright, and get your core muscles engaged. We're going to take our fingertips towards the heart and then down by the sides. And then we're going to breathe in. And as you breathe in, you're going to sink down through your hips, let your arms lift up, and just allow those hips and pelvis to sink forward. And you want to try and check that your knees over your ankles, so your knees not overshooting your foot. And then doing it that way, you've got less chance of getting knee pain. That's it. And then once you get comfortable there, let your head look up towards the back of your wrists. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling stability through the hips. That beautiful stretch through that psoas muscle. As though you're entering into a state of fearlessness. Energy rising up through the body. Beautiful. To come out of it, breathe in, straighten the hips up. Let the hands come down either side of the body. Bring both knees back in and come down into your child pose just for a few moments. Sitting poses are just as important as the pose themselves. Just taking a few moments to get steady there. And then refreshing your core muscles, breathe in, rising up once more. Take shoulders back. This time bring your left foot forward. Your foot belly bar forward, core muscles engage, pelvis upright, palms connect in front of the heart. Now you breathe in to get steady, get even. Draw the wrists apart, turn fingertips down, turn hands towards the heart, breathe in, and then sweeping the hips down, let the arms lift up. Palms connect up above the head, sternum lifts, creating space, nice upright pelvis. And then looking up towards back of the hands, opening that throat center. Each exhalation, allow yourself to sink deeper into the pose, but without any pain and discomfort. Strengthening the knees. Rising up from it, breathing in. Your hands come down either side of the body. Bringing the knees down and easing down into that pose of a child, tucking your head in, letting that nervous system rest. When we rest in child's pose, it stretches out the spinal nerves, but it also really helps to ease the vagus nerve. It's a long nerve that runs through every organ within your body. Raising up when you're ready. Just coming to sit in Vajrasana. So you can come to high kneeling or low kneeling, whatever works for you. Let your palms connect in front of your hand. Beautiful. So I hope that you enjoyed that pose. It's a nice one, isn't it? So we do it when we do our sun salutations. It's very similar to what we do there. but it's the first time I've extracted it out of it, and we've done it as a standalone pose. I'm going to invite you back up to your feet now. So we've worked with the water element, which is all this stuff around the hips. We're going to work with the earth element. So just arrive back into your Tadasana mountain pose, let your weight distribute evenly. And the sternum to lift and the spine to lengthen. Take your shoulders up and back. Your fingers interlace just in front of the navel. We're going to breathe in, let the hands lift up to throat level, keeping elbows high, and then turn your fingertips down and soften your knees as you sink down towards the earth. And we're going to repeat this a few times, breathing in, lengthening the spine, breathing out, sending the hands down. So we're just going to repeat this first part of it a few times before we go into the full Krithi Namaskar. So breathing in, breathing out into that Hara stance. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, sinking down. Up. Now, next time your hands go down, take the palms forwards, lift up, create that circle in front, and then release that circle, let go, arms descend down. Breathing into the level of the throat to Vishuddhi center. Breathing out down through the body, down to Muladhara at the base. Raise the arms up. Allow the breath to lift all the way up above Sahasrara and release. And you can visualize that again, you've got light flowing from the heart. You take it down to the earth, lift it up, overhead, and release and let go. Keeping that quality of softness, kindness, and consideration for your body. Flowing with the breath. If you want to move faster or a bit slower, listen to your body's wisdom. Allow it to move you in a way that's perfect for you this evening. Just one more with the legs and the feet facing forwards. Walk the toes out a tiny bit. Your toes turned out a tiny bit, so we're going to sink down into a semi-squat, interlacing the hands, breathing in to throat level, sink down, bend your knees, come down as far as what's good for you, and then lift up. This time we're really focusing on the physical body, on the legs, the bones, the structure and strength as you lift. Please stretch out and let go as you create that circle. And when we work with Krithi Namaskar, it reminds us of our cycles and circles of nature, our seasons, and how in wintertime it's nice to get cozy, to stay home, to rebuild and nourish ourselves. I think it was Sheila actually who mentioned to me about wintering. And it's that time of wintering we want to stay home and really look after ourselves, build fires. And it's almost like you're building the fire within your soul when you do your yoga. So we just sink down one more time. And taking your right foot forward, left foot behind. Okay. So this time, so we're going to do a couple of rounds of Krithi Namaskar, and then we're going to work with our Natarajasana. So breathe in, let your hands come to throat level. Breathe out, bend that leading knee. Lifting up. And release and let go, create that circle. And invite you to really sink into that silence. In with your breath. Beautiful flow. Just one more. Hands come down. Both feet facing forwards. We're going to bring your hand in a second. You're going to bring your left hand up by your shoulder. Nope. I'm going to bring your right hand up by your shoulder. And take your left hand behind, place it onto your hip. Pop your core muscles on, breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to take your weight forward and rise up onto the ball of your left foot. Let your right arm reach forward at a slight angle. Put your core muscles on and then bring your thumb and your first finger together. Allow a soft bend in your elbow. Focusing your gaze on that space in the center of that circle. Taking a few moments to breathe, feel anchored and rooted through your supporting leg and through the ball of the foot. Your dancer pose, Natarajasana, pose of Shiva, dancing that cosmic dance, becoming fearless and free. Come down from the pose now, bringing your heel down, drawing your hand in towards your shoulder. Your hand come down. Step those feet back together. Let your arms come down so your hands rest onto your thighs. And then we're going to have a go at this next stage. So take your weight onto your right foot. You're going to lift your right hand and slide your left hand down and hold the top of your foot, bring your knees together. Press your heel in towards your glute. Get steady. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, press the top of your foot into your hand. Let your right arm move forward. Pinch your thumb and your first finger together. So moving into that balance. Let's have another go. And down when you're ready, drawing everything in. You're drawing your power back in, your strength. Put it in towards your heart. Release your foot, place it down onto the earth. Beautiful. Pause for a second. And step back with your right foot now. Interlace your hands in front of your navel, breathing in. Throat level as you breathe out, bend that leading knee. Create those circles up overhead. Breathe out, create that circle around. Moving with the breath. Open the spine, connected to the earth, but also body moves through that space with freedom. So interlacing your hands, drawing the palms up to throat level, then turning the palms down so the palms face down. Press down towards it so you stretch out the fingers and then lift the arms. That's it. And release, let go. Just one more. Beautiful. Now this time, You're going to bring your left hand up by your shoulder. Take your right hand behind at your hip. Take a breath in, core muscles on. And as you breathe out, taking that body forward, taking the left arm up on that angle, rising up onto the ball of your right foot. Pinch your thumb and your first finger together, soft bend in your elbow. Focusing in on your breath. Allowing the quality of steadiness, stillness. Down, bringing your heel down. And stepping the feet back together. I'm just going to let Sheila back in because we lost her. Getting ready to experience the pose on the other side. So full dancer this time. Being anchored, rooted and grounded. And then lifting your left hand up by your shoulder. Stepping back with your right foot. Put your core muscles on, take your... Oh, no. What am I doing? Bring everything back together. Sorry, everybody. We're doing stage 3. So you're going to lift your left hand up and slide your hand down and hold on to the top of your right foot. Bring your knees together. Get steady first of all. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, pressing the top of your foot into your hand, letting your left arm move forward. Yep, you're all right. Bring your thumb and your first finger together. Something to focus your eyes on. Steady in that pose. Coming down out of it when you're ready. Drawing everything back in. Facing your foot down. Closing your eyes. Then taking that opportunity. So we've got a few minutes, so I thought it might be nice if you just fancy having a play about with it, because it's all right with me to... The best way to anchor a pose is to have a go of just have a play about with it. So do you want to just have a little go and just keep practicing for a few moments? So let your weight come onto one leg, lift the other arm up, slide your hand down your foot, get steady, and then press the top of your foot into your hand. Let the other arm move forward. You can use a wall or something to support you, but you want to keep your torso as upright as possible. In. Your foot down, your hand down. On the other side, if you fancy. Get your foot first of all. Oops. Press your heel towards your glute. And then press your foot into your hand. Your arm move forward. Forward. Down. So close your eyes for a moment. And then we've got our I think it's the 5th stage of the sequence. So interlace your hands again in front of the navel. Breathe in. Hands come to throat level. And then as you breathe out, just flow down into your forward bend. And keep your legs fairly straight until you get to that point. And then bend your knees. Bring your arms forward so you're really stretching up with a flat back. Lift all the way up, reach up. And as you breathe out, let those arms come down, soften your knees. Lovely. Arms face up, breathe into throat level. Breathe out. Low down, letting go. Knees bend, arms stretch. And you're standing up, core muscles are on. Reaching up, releasing, letting go. And moving up, whatever your pace might be this evening. All the way down towards the ground, lifting up. See. And final time as you come down towards the earth, keeping your legs fairly straight. You can bend your knees, place your hands down onto the ground, let your head, neck and shoulders relax. And then rising up, knees bend. Nice straight back all the way up. Into that beautiful stretch. That's it. And then let your shoulders relax, let your arms come down. And then just closing your eyes, place one hand on top of the other, let your thumbs connect. You end in that lovely Zen mudra, mudra of contemplation. Working with fears is all about feeling challenged and rising up to the challenge and letting go, having a go. Press your thumbs together, let your palms come together, let your fingers connect, let your hands come into that Anjali mudra. Pressing the thumbs in towards the sternum. And just standing for a moment, feeling the strength in your body. Hands down when you're ready. And come down onto your backs and get your blankets and cushions and cozy things. Ready for a lovely Shavasana. I hope that you've enjoyed this evening's physical yoga practice. Yes, good. It's been lovely to share it with you this evening. I like trying new poses and putting things together in creative ways. So now we've reached the most important part of the class. This is the part of stillness. And when all the magic happens. So just allow your body to be very, very still. And if you need to move at all during Shavasana, you can. Just relaxing back and scanning through your body and feeling the ground underneath. Underneath your heels, the backs of the knees, the sacrum, your shoulders, your arms. And allowing your awareness to come towards your breath. And that spaciousness as you breathe in. And softness as you breathe out. I just wanted to share something with you as you ease off into relaxation. And it's a quote that I came across earlier from the Bhagavad Gita, great spiritual text. Every problem has a gift for you in its hands. We seek our problems because we need their gifts. And it helps to find deeper meaning to life's challenges. So with those words moving through you, begin by breathing in and just tightening all the muscles in the body. It's one whole unit, pressing down into the feet, squeezing the glutes, core muscles, press the shoulders down into the mat and into the arms. As you tighten those muscles, have a quality of softness. And then breathe out and soften and really let go. Feel the body melting down towards the ground. Breathing in again, tightening those muscles, core muscles, shoulders, arms. And breathe out and soften and let go. Let your awareness come down towards your feet, towards your toes, and begin to circle your feet around. Circle your toes around so it releases any tension from the ankle joints. And go the other way as well. And then allow your feet to be still, breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax the feet, let your feet roll out to the sides. Lifting the kneecaps, feeling the quads engage. And breathe out, soften, let go. In the glutes, drawing transversus abdominis back towards the spine, so lower abdominals. And then breathe out and soften, really soften. Press down into the sacrum. Breathing down into that part of the body. And breathe out, softening again. Breathing in, expanding the chest, expanding the lungs, feel that spaciousness. And breathe out. Roll your thumbs in towards your palms, wrap your fingers around your thumbs, roll the arms in towards your body. Space in the back and the shoulders. And then roll the arms away, feel the shoulders melt down to the mat. Separate the fingers, feel a stretch through all of your fingers. And then let your fingers, your hands relax. Notice that expansion in the chest as you breathe in now. And then turn your head to the left side and the right side. Then let your head come back to the middle. Scrunch up your eyes, furrow your brow, move your jaw. And then let your face soften, let your face relax. Allowing your awareness to come back towards your breath. And just watching the breath, following the breath in. Notice how it expands the chest, and invite that breath to travel deep down into the diaphragm and down into the belly. And breathing a softness into your feet. Soft gentleness. And that soft gentleness could be coupled with beautiful soft light. And feel that soft light soothing the toes and the bones in your feet, arch of your foot, your heel, and it rises up into the shin and the calf muscle. That soft, gentle light. And breathe out. Moving up into the knees now, nourishing the knees, strengthening, soothing. It moves into the strong bones in your thighs, strong muscles. And then into that psoas muscle. Next into the hip and into the back. Into the pelvis and the organs within that area, that soft light. Bringing a sanctuary of wellness, sanctuary of softness into your body. You're breathing it now into the lower abdomen, to the navel, into like organs within that area, the digestive organs, reproductive organs, into the sacrum. Breathing it in and out, allowing it to travel through your body, bringing a sanctuary of calm, peace. And allowing it to rise into the chest, into the shoulders, into your arms, your elbows, to your wrists and into your hands, fingers. And allowing that gentle light, that nourishing light to become present in the throat and in the neck. And here that light becomes brighter. And it clears away, soothes and nurtures. Pulling up into the face, softening the jaw, the cheeks, your eyes, the front of the head, the back of the head. And then inviting that soft, nourishing light to travel to any part of your body, physical body, subtle energy body, your emotions. Just allowing it, inviting it to go anywhere it needs to go. Invite its wisdom to heal and nourish. And I'm going to invite you to spend just a few moments resting here. Just resting in stillness. And then starting to become aware of your physical structure once more. Become aware of the boundaries of your body. Become aware of your clothes, blankets, the ground. And then breathing in, drawing that breath of life in, nourishing breath. And as you breathe out, just begin to move in a very, very gentle way. Start to move your fingers, start to move your toes, have a smile, have a stretch. And just start to invite the body to reawaken using the quality of light. But this time the light becomes brighter, an energizing light. And feel it flow down over the crown of the head and down through the length of your spine, down into your arms and into your hands. Through the central column of the body, bringing balance and harmony to your energy centers. Over the face and into the chest. Breathing it now into the belly. Expanding the abdomen as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just starting to just gently turn yourself over onto whichever side suits you best. Moving and reawakening in the way that's perfect for you this evening. And then pressing your palms into the mat and coming back to a seated place. Bringing your hands together, rubbing your hands together. Just taking your time. And your hands are nice and warm, place them over your eyes. And then opening your hands into your palms, separating your fingers. Give your forehead a tap. Your jaw, and just give yourself a little tap back into your physical body. Give yourself a dust off. And then by giving yourself a nice big hug. And give the other side a hug as well. And then we'd end by taking the arms up above the body, let your palms come together and your hands come to your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. So I do hope that you enjoyed this evening's class, that you